How's it going, everyone? Welcome to episode 2 of the podcast. A lovely night we're having here. Got some wonderful settings going on. It's like a wonderland of activities going on here. This is so I've promised myself to be a one-take general, and I tell you what, this is pretty hard to do in one take. So let's paint the scene. Welcome everyone. Settle in. Get ready for just everything that's happening right now as I'm trying to do this episode. And there's no rush. You can, go grab a blankie. If you're driving, keep your eyes on the road. 10 and 2. You know how we do. Make sure you're speeding, but look for the cops so you can slow down when necessary. You feel me? Speed safely, though. Don't be out here all reckless, not using your blinker when you're merging. Yes, that was a sniffle. Sorry. I will try to keep that to a minimum of 1, and that was the 1. That's the 1. Let's set the mood, man. So I have this heart and this idea and this, I don't know, this passion for just randomness sometimes when I'm trying to be artistic or whatever, or I'm like, you know what I mean? And so with this whole podcast, there's not a lot of structure to it. So I'm, you could probably hear the cars in the background. And so, yes, I'm gonna get to where I am. Dang it, that was 2 sniffles. All right, my fault. I'm gonna keep it to a minimum of 2 sniffles. 2 sniffles, and that was number 2. 2 times. Okay, here we go. So, my heart, my idea, my whole desire for where I'll record is never gonna be the same place, like in a row. Like I won't record in the same place twice in a row. Wow. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be random. There's no telling where I'm gonna do it when I do it. So the little intro episode that you guys checked out, appreciate y'all checking that one out and coming to the second one. I appreciate that. So the first one I recorded in my car in a disclosed location. Just know it was unexpected, but it was, let's say, here's one hint. It was beside a graffiti wall behind a shopping center. I'll say that.
What?
Now, yes, I know.
What?
It's like, oh, you probably did that to, gain attention or whatever. Gain attention from who? This is my second episode. I am a nobody in the podcast world. So please understand, I'm not doing this it's not getting posted anywhere. You will never see these things. I'm the only person that's going to get to see all this stuff, man, of recording what's going on while I'm recording. And so it's just, it is what it is, man. It is what it is at this point. But yes, that was the first episode. Second one, so I'm here at a park. It's a park. It's a downtown park, and oh man, it's just the lighting is perfect. It's like this big net thing that's hanging up, and it's got some cool colors on it. You know what I'm saying? And let's see, it's some cool lights, like little seating areas and whatnot all around. It's a Friday night, beautiful night, people enjoying all the festivities and whatnot. And so I'm like, oh yeah. I was driving by. I'm like, oh, that's a great spot. I'm gonna hit that one at some point in life, you know. And so I was like, oh, why not tonight? Come through. It was empty. Nobody was here. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go do that. That's perfect. Nobody's gonna walk through and come through this part of the park. Oh man. And so, I get my stuff. I'm setting up, or no, I pulled up to the spot, hop out the car, and there's people sitting on like the park sign, and so I'm like, oh man, I'm not gonna be able to do it because I wanted to sit in the middle. I'm like in the middle of the area, like where the lights and the big net is. If you're from Greensboro, if you're from Greensboro, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Um, and so I I'm like, okay, maybe I'll just pick like a parking deck or something. But then I'm like, nah, it's gonna be too windy. It might get picked up in the microphone. And so I'm just like, oh man, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna do another one in the car somewhere? Am I gonna, you know what I'm saying? And so the people that were sitting there leave, and I'm like, oh great, Now I was walking back to the car, about to pack up, go back, pick a different spot, and so I noticed that they leave. I walk back to the park, I pull the table, put a chair, setting up, plugging in everything, checking the sound, seeing if the wind's getting picked up. Everything's good. And so I'm literally, I know you can hear how my voice is like kind of low or not super high. Hopefully I'll be able to change the audio to fix and sound well and sound nice and loud for y'all. But and so I'm checking the sound, and this lady not pulls up. She's walking, and as she can, I'm thinking she's gonna walk by, but I see her. She's like got her phone, and she's like, I guess she's taking pictures of the net, in the whole setting, and it's like, oh man, it's kind of awkward. It's like I'm just this random person doing doing a podcast episode in the park. It's, let's see, what time is it? This was like probably 10 minutes ago, so easily 12. Easily 12 o'clock in the morning. Yes, I know, it's random, but it was either this or go play video games, until I felt sleepy. So I thought, might as well do the second episode. I had some things that came to mind that I could talk about. And so she's taking pictures. I'm like, oh, she's by herself. It's kind of late she's a small woman. This lady was like four something. I mean, just saying four is enough. She's small and petite too. And I'm like, why is she out here by herself? Where it's lit, but it's also dark. It's also dark spots around here. And so, she kind of walks a little bit further around the park, and this guy and his daughter starts walking. I'm like, who the heck brings their daughter to a park at 12 o'clock in the morning? And then I realized, oh my goodness, this family is really just chilling at the park at 12 in the morning. And I'm like, that's so uncommon. That's uncommon. It's strange. And they go off. But please understand, even before all of that, there was these two guys. They are still one guy is just talking his buddy's head off about all the women he's getting, all the sex he's having, and what he's getting women to do, what women want, good girls, how they want to be taken on dates and all this, and how, nasty girls are wanting this and that. It's just, it's comical at this point because they're still going. Hopefully they've changed the topic, but I couldn't start recording then. And then there's some laughter in the background. that I'm hearing while these two guys are talking. I'm like, oh man, more people are about to, come and sit down and talk or whatever. And they're having fun, some younger people. And they walk by, but they stop like a little bit of ways, and I can still kind of hear them a little bit. And they're like just being loud and laughing, which is okay. No problem with that. I'm glad they're enjoying life. But like where they were, it was very dimly lit. And all I see is like one of them just start dancing and twerking to no music. And I'm just like, what are you doing? And then I was like, oh, maybe, I don't know. Maybe having a good time. Whatever. Under the influence. Do you. Make your choices. And I was like, oh, dang it. Sniffle number 3. Yeah, Jay. Okay. And so a little bit, like maybe a minute goes by, and I noticed that they were like looking at the ground a lot. And I'm like, oh, they're probably doing a TikTok dance. They weren't doing a dance. I think they were just recording. But so they currently have relocated, picked a more lit spot. That's better for the TikTok dance, and they're actually doing a dance right now. It's kind of cool. I will hop in, but I'm doing one take. I'm not about to pause this and try and go be with these kids. It's so, as you can hear, hey, one take, baby. Not taking none of this out. Got the motorcycle in the background. You feel me? All the ambience, man. The lights are shining. The net's colorful. The night is full. Oh man, it's I'm excited for even just thinking about the next spot. I'm excited for the next spot. The next spot, I don't know. I feel like I should just do it in the middle of a street or something, cause it's like, what else am I? Come on now, sing it. Like, man, it gets no better than this. But let's see. I got some topics here. Let's see what we got. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, we got 4. Okay. Got 4 little bullet points. Obviously, no detail, free flow. Stuff that comes to mind, things that I'm thinking about already. Not nothing that I'm like, oh, this is a great hot topic and I want to talk about it. Nah, man. It's not how I'm doing things. It's not how my brain works. It wouldn't be genuine. It wouldn't be natural if I do something like that. So, let's see. First topic. What we got? All right, for our first topic, we got birthdays. Ayo. Shout out to everybody who's got a birthday in all the months that have passed up until right now. What we in? September? No, October. We're in October. So shout out to all the October birthdays. You know what I'm saying? September, August, July, June. What's the other ones? March, February, April, May. May's up in the house. Shout out to the marches. You know what I'm saying? Marching on to greatness. No pun intended, but it's intended. Shoot, January up there. What's after January? I said February. All right, cool. So that's all the months. Shout out to y'all. Congratulations on a new year of life. You did a good job. Keep it going. Keep it going as much as you can. As much as you can control, keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Because the world's crazy. The unexpected is the unexpected. And the unexpected, when you're an adult, it be unexpected. And it's just like, I can't do nothing about it. You feel me? Dang it, that's sniffle number 4. Bro, I don't know. We might have to do a sniffle count. I might put like a ding every time I sniffle or something. And you won't get all the dings. You won't get the first 3 dings. But once you hear the 4th sniffle and I say this part, you'll get the dings. So please enjoy all the sniffles after that. All right, number 5. I'm done. That's it. Top 5. Smoking on top 5. Okay, birthdays. So my birthday's in March, and celebrated one of the homies' birthdays today. A fairly new homie. I'm thankful to still be introduced and still meeting new people through people I already know, meeting new people just from different places, different activities and functions and whatnot. I'm thankful for that because I feel like you can definitely easily get stagnant with not trying to meet people once you're out of college or once you graduate high school and you starting the workforce and all these things, because life just happens and life be life and adulting being adulting, and it's just like, you know it doesn't come as natural as when you're in school in a certain place with this constant large concentration of people. So yeah, I'm thankful for that. But anywho, birthdays. All right, I love tangents. You'll see that. Thoughts of a Gabe. All about the tangents. All about the tangents. I'm here for it. You got a tangent? I'm going to go with you. You feel me? And we're going to ride it out. We're going to ride it out until the next one. And forget what we was talking about at the beginning. Anywho, let's see. Birthdays. So I was thinking, birthdays are mad special to a lot of people. Like, people be like, oh, it's my birthday month. It's my birthday weekend. It's my birthday week or whatever, And so, oh gosh, I hope they don't come over here. Like, oh yeah, birthday week, whatever. And they want to celebrate. They got plans. Oh, I'm going to go here for dinner. Go to this place. Oh, we're going to do this. Oh, we're going to go make candles. Or whatever. One take, man. One take. I'm going to live by it. At some point, I'm going to just figure out something like, I don't know. As it happens, I don't know. Try and come up with something funny whenever I edit and check all this. But just know that this is interesting. Let's see, what else? And also, I might be super close, like almost too close to the microphone, and it might just sound horrible, and I might have to redo all of this, but hopefully not. Anyways, birthdays. Super important to some, right? Birthday month, birthday week. Oh, we about to turn up for the whole weekend. Celebrating. Birthday was Wednesday, but we going up all Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Thursday, all that. But to some, I'm part of this some, but to others, they're not as important after a certain age. And I know why I'm not as hype about birthdays and wanting to celebrate as much now. I know why now. And I do remember back in the day when I was younger and my mom and dad would be like buying me gifts and we go out to eat. We would go to Charlotte. So I got some family in Charlotte and we would go up there. And so Dave & Buster's is up there, right? And so this is when I was younger, like elementary school. I think we might have stopped going to Dave & Buster's probably like fourth, fifth grade maybe. I don't remember going to Dave & Buster's after middle school because that's when like sports started to pick up a little bit. But anywho, we would go to Dave & Buster's. We go eat. I get a little bit of money, maybe, like some shoes or something, and like a shirt or a little bit of clothes. It is like, yo, those were great birthdays. And then after that, it was like, oh yeah, we'll take you to your favorite little dinner spot, typically Chili's, in like middle school, high school. And it's like, yo, I enjoy this. Give me a little bit of money. Somebody buy me some nice shirt, nice hoodie, whatever. I'm starting my body's growing. I'm getting into brands and fashion and style a little bit more. So it's like, my mom and my sister would know what type of stuff to buy me. My dad would be giving money. And I'm like, oh yeah, these are chill birthdays, Never really had like friends from high school celebrate a birthday with me, or in middle school, or elementary school. So let's see. I just sneezed like 5 times in a row. Let's see. Sniffles, birthdays. Oh, celebrated first. I don't know about y'all. Did y'all ever celebrate birthdays with friends after like elementary school when you guys like met up at Chuck E. Cheese and their parents would, you and your parents would come through and it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna go meet up at Chuck E. Cheese for my birthday. Come through, and the mom would say okay, and she'd bring you. Um, and then middle school, it's like nah, like you never did that again. It was simply just family after that. In high school, it was literally just your immediate family, so like mom, dad, sisters, brothers, whatever. And then after that, it's like, oh, you're not living with your fam no more. So, oh, what are you gonna do for your birthday? Nah, I don't really know. I feel like that's what birthdays turned into for me and my fellow non-hype birthday people. We've kind of grown into this. I don't really know. I mean, I'm gonna do something. Hopefully, be able to chill, rest. Might buy me something nice on the interwebs. You know what I mean? Um, or like go somewhere nice. Maybe see if the homies want to go get some dinner at this place. I like this place. Um, Dang, losing my train of thought. What was I gonna say? Oh yes. So when it changes, I feel like for myself, when it changed is when, as I'm getting older, I was realizing that my birthdays weren't like other people's birthdays. Like I would hear about other birthday parties at school, and I'm like, yo, y'all were there at the party. Y'all had what? It was a bounce house. Y'all ate pizza. Y'all slept over. What? Middle school it's like sleepovers. They might go to like a trampoline park or something like that. Before trampoline parks were super big, um, or like yeah, sometimes people have like a bounce house. Um, some people have there were birthdays where people were like, oh yeah, we had a cookout. Family came over. My cousins were over. It's like, what? You had a cookout? People like cooked out and grilled for your birthday? Like that's crazy. Or it's like, oh, we went here for the weekend and we stayed at this hotel and did this stuff and went to the amusement park. Like what? Yeah, obviously, uh, the socioeconomic status was different for some of these families, but other families, it was the same. It's like, oh, y'all grilled out. Oh, y'all went there. Oh, you had sleepovers. What? I never had. I don't even think I had a sleepover with a friend that wasn't with a friend from school. Like only sleepovers I had was cousins. Cousins. They come play the game. Obviously, it's no question. My mom say, of course they could stay. But like, I don't remember a time where I stayed over at a friend's house or they stayed at mine. Um, Pretty crazy. And so, yeah, I think once I noticed that my birthday didn't look like and sound like these other birthdays that were super hype, it's like, yo, I want to kind of chill on these birthdays. Like I don't want to be thinking so much about a birthday now. It's like it's not gonna be that exciting compared to all these other birthdays. Um, and it just kind of became, oh yeah, I'll go get dinner and that's it. I'll be with people that I care about and love, and that's it. You know what I mean? And so that's how I feel like I view birthdays. And I don't know if that's just a man thing or if it's just a experiences along with, I want to say maturity, but people still be turning up for the birthday. Like I was with my boy the other day, we something very chill, just got some people, went over to a spot, hung out, had a good time, and we weren't going crazy, we weren't drunk or nothing, but we were having a good time. You know what I'm saying? Dancing to the music. It was a little arcade type bar place, so we playing games. I had a drink or two. It's like great time, dancing, just going wild, having fun. You know, and it's like, oh yeah, we did that for his birthday. But when you think about it, it's like, oh, that's any time. That's any time. Like if I was to be with that person, that's any time. When we're in that type of environment, that type of space, that's how we are. But I guess it did feel different because it was a birthday. So it's like, oh yeah, this is the birthday turn up. The low key something slight birthday turn up. You know what I'm saying? But other people, like I said, they still do it's my birthday week. I'm doing this Monday, then this Tuesday. I'm doing this Wednesday. Oh, then Friday doing this. Oh, going out Saturday doing this. And it's just like, man, you really like playing these things and have these ideas and you enjoy your birthdays. Like I hate that it kind of changes for some of us, but it's also okay that it's different. It's okay that it's different. I'm okay with being with close people that I love and receiving a gift or two. But it's like, it's not something that I'm expecting. Like, I'm not holding a standard to my birthday anymore like I used to. Like, when I was younger, it's like, oh, yeah, my family better take me out to eat. You know what I'm saying? They better send me some money. You know what I'm saying? Tell me they love me, give me some cards. And now it's like, oh, yeah, my family's going to call me, say happy birthday, you know what I'm saying, send some love, send a little bit of money maybe. If I can go see them or they can come up to see me, they'll, come through, we'll go out to eat, chill, have a good time. Or if my family can't come, then I'm with the homies, in the town, in the city. And, we having fun, go eat, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just put together something quick and slight. And so it's like, what was my thought behind it? Oh, so with my experience, as you guys listen to the podcast, you will get to know about me. Oh my goodness. Okay, I got to take a pause. Hey, yo. So I don't know if they're a couple. I don't know if they're dating. I wouldn't say they're married, but this is wild. Okay. So as I said, I'm sitting in the middle of like the grass area where this like really big net is hung up. It's up in the air. It's like, I'll say like 40 feet off the ground. It's hanging up. It's colorful, right? There's light shining on it. It's really good. It's a really good vibe, right? I'm in the middle. And so being in the middle, as I said earlier, people walking around, it's like, oh yeah, it's okay. It's a beautiful night. It's nice. It's kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? It's not cold. Put your little jacket on, little hat. You be straight. You know what I'm saying? And so this couple walks up, and they're probably 10 feet, if that, 10 feet standing, having a full conversation as if I'm like not here. They literally walked up, they see me with the microphone. I got my laptop out and they just having a whole conversation. Bro started playing music about baby, let me look. I don't know. I couldn't even remember. I was trying to keep my composure. There was so many oh my gosh, it was so, oh man. That's one reason why I was talking so low. And then, oh my goodness, a lot of reasons why I was saying was because every time I took like a short break to get back to what I was talking about, they literally, I'm listening to their conversation. I'm thinking about my conversation. Then I'm thinking about, oh man, what did they think about me? Why is this weirdo out here trying to record, in the middle of the park at 12 o'clock at night? Yo, oh man, I can't. I mean, I can. I have to. But yo, they literally just chilling like 10 feet away. And when I say 10 feet, I mean like, I'm talking, oh my gosh, I can't even give like a reference. But if you understand how far 10 feet is from a certain spot, then yes, they were 10 feet. I could take four steps and be standing in his chest, holding him and caressing him.
What?
And I could have put my hand on her shoulder in 4 steps. Not even big steps. I'm not even talking big steps. I'm talking a literal 10 feet. I could have taken 4 steps and been we could have had a hug. We could have hugged if I took 4 steps in their direction. Oh my gosh. I feel so much more comfortable. My brain is so much more freer. Oh gosh. What a world of difference. Probably my voice. See, now I'm going to have to try and edit this. And now I'm talking about them and how close they were, making me feel weird, but I still went on. Yo, kudos to me for still going. Like, even when Shorty was walking around with the phone, I was like, yo, do not keep recording. Like, she is legit trying to take pictures and enjoy this little field with his lights and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you out here recorded in the middle of the grass. And then her family walk up. You definitely got to stop. Little girl don't know what's going on. I'm sitting, like, I have a table. I got a chair that I'm sitting in, my laptop, and I'm holding my microphone because, like, that's me. Whenever I have a microphone, I just want to hold it and talk. So this is every episode. I'm going to be holding the microphone and I'm going to be talking for these podcasts, yo. So if there's ever, like, a little bit of rumbling from the wires or whatever, or me shaking it, hey, that's on me. I'll figure it out. But, yo, oh, my gosh, that was so interesting. Like what? Why were they so close to me? They could have stood further away and still enjoyed the net and stuff. Oh, but but here's the thing: I'm not even mad at them. They enjoyed their time. They talked the entire time. They weren't like staring at me, you know. I mean, such a what a moment. What a moment we just had. I wanted to join their conversation and be like, hey, what do you guys think about birthdays? But and that was right after he played the little love song. It was so oh man. I'm excited for y'all to hear more about where I record and what's going on while I'm recording. Cause oh man, I was skeptical about this spot. Then I was like, oh, it's the perfect spot. And this has confirmed all these things that have happened has confirmed that this was the perfect spot for tonight. That was probably pretty loud. My bad. Anywho, birthdays. Now, why I have become someone who's not super huge on like celebrating my own birthday. Here's why. I can't tell you the full details of it because I don't know you, and I don't want you to be out here spreading my business like that because I'm getting emotional while I'm on here. You feel me? And if I catch you talking smack and talking cash, I might have to come break my foot off in some grass while I'm upset and frustrated that you would do something like that. All right? I'm a nonviolent person, but you keep pushing me. I will call the authorities and have them handle you. All right? You can think of whatever you want as to what I mean as authorities. All my homies know I be speaking in code sometimes. So what you might think is the authorities, you know what I'm saying, might not be the same authorities that I'm calling. All right, to authoritate. You know what I'm saying? Out here doing big business and facilitating non-violence, but violence is what we do. You know what I'm saying? We with the shenanigans. Okay. Anywho, birthdays and why I don't get as hyped to celebrate mine. So over time, as I said, middle school, high school, my expectations and standards for my birthday, it dropped. Not dropped. My expectations and standards changed. I won't say they dropped. It changed. I don't think it's a drop. I still have I still get joy from celebrating life and living, you know, like being alive another year on this earth, bro. I was in my head. I was just thinking, yo, being black in America, living another year with all this stuff that's been going on, like, yo, that's big. But it's not even just America. It's pretty much anywhere. Anywhere you go, there's something. There's some type of corruption. There's some type of evil that has taken something that should be enjoyable, like living. You know, it costs so much money to live and stay alive and have a roof over your house and eat. You know what I'm saying? It costs so much. And it's like to live another year with all these different things and circumstances going on. Now, some people do it great. You know what I'm saying? I ain't hating or mad or saying that it's impossible to change your circumstances from, something that's very, very unideal and minimal, or not even having the basics of life, the basic necessities of life, like roof and lights and all those things. I'm not saying you can't change that and become someone with a lovely, nice little home, a car, enough to eat, maybe go do a fun activity. I'm not saying that's impossible, but I am saying that there are a lot of factors that affect and change that for people and don't make it as easy. So it's like, yo, living another year is worth celebrating and worth being happy about, you know? And my expectation and standard for celebrating and how I celebrate is different. I'm still gonna be super happy. Yo, another year? That's crazy. I'm going off on the inside, you know what I'm saying? But on the outside, I'm a little more chill. I'm more chill. And so what changed was I would say losing people in your life that don't get to see you continue to, just keep making it another year and another year and another year. Like once you lose people who you wanted to see you continue to live and and grow and do these different things in life, you know, start a family, these new jobs, hobbies, whatever you share with that person, whatever your relationship was with that person, when they're not there to see that, and your birthday comes, you tend to think about them. I tend to think about them for sure. And I'm just like, dang, man, these people that I would love to have around just aren't around. They're not here to celebrate with me. So it's like my desire and want to celebrate is different. It's different. I still get joy from making it another year, but I think that comes at the hardship of death, which is wild. And I know a lot of people are able to not dwell on that. It's not like I get sad or depressed, but it's just like it's not as exciting. It's not as exciting as it used to be. Ooh, excuse me. I'm gonna have to cover that cough. Anywho, um, yeah, I'd say loss kind of changed that for me. Not having as many close people around to celebrate those birthdays kind of changed that for me. Especially like 20, like 2018, like 2018 up till now. Like those losses, not even COVID losses, like before COVID, like losses, family losses before that, kind of changed it for me. You know, and so if you're someone who is the same way as me, your expectation and your standard for how you celebrate your birthday is different from when you were younger. Like, what changed for you? What changed for you? Was it loss? Was it circumstances? Is it your place in life now? Like, oh, you're not really happy with your job or where you live or the people you're around. So when your birthday comes around, it's like I don't really have anything to be happy for about what I've accomplished in my year of living. You know, like is it that for you? What is it for you? Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever noticed that? If you have, maybe I'll have some type of way where you guys can share these types of things, and when we can interact. I don't know. Who knows? I might have something like that. I might not. We'll see what happens. It's a free flow podcast. Thoughts of a Gabe. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. And then, hey, congrats to y'all who are taking the time and giving yourself a chance to think about that. Like, oh, why did that change for me? And am I okay when my birthday comes around? Am I sad? Am I depressed when it comes around? Or is my expectation and standard just different? I think that's a good thing to also be aware of, because you don't want to just be sad on your birthday, because then you don't want to celebrate. And my thing is like, it's not that I don't want to celebrate. It's just my expectation is different. Like I said, I don't expect everybody to be like, oh yeah, Gabe's birthday, yeah, let's go celebrate. It's like, no, I'm gonna get the close homies to come through. Be like, hey, what you doing? Where? All right, man, let's go here, eat whatever, and do whatever after that. You know what I'm saying? Um, and yeah, so that's birthdays, man. Birthdays are cool. living a whole nother year, man. When I text people happy birthday, I'm like, hey, you deserve to feel loved today. You made it a whole nother year. Like that's worth celebrating. Like, regardless of what you've done, what you've experienced, you've made it another year on this crazy, corrupted world. No, I'm not a huge like the world's evil. Oh my gosh, type person. I was just being extra in my explanation of the world ain't always easy. The easiest place to live, with everything that goes on, whether it's experienced by you or you see it. You see people experiencing things that are unideal and crazy and wild and ridiculous. And I'm sure you can read between the lines as to what I mean with that one. You know, social media shares everything in an instant. So I'm sure you've seen things that you wish you didn't see just hopping on your phone for 2 seconds in between your lunch break. But yeah, birthdays are wild. And congratulations, happy birthday. I'm proud of you for those who made it another year. Um, Hey, big hug from me to you, yo. Now my next thing, yo, the reason why this topic came up because the homie I was celebrating with today, he's a married guy, and I thought he's a married, yeah, so he's a married guy. It was his birthday. We're celebrating, have a good time, and I thought about like, man, you know, married people. He's newly married too, like fresh. You know what I'm saying? Like fresh married, like still look at the ring and be like, Dad, I'm married. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of fresh married. And so when I left the crib, I'm like, yo, married people be changing up on you, yo. Like when you the single person and your friends get married, some married couples disappear on you. All right. They dip, they put on their rings and they go close the door to their house and it's just them and they other married friends. You know what I'm saying? Married people hang out with married people. Married people don't hang out with the with the non-married people. They look down on us like peasants. They're like, "Oh, you're not married? Oh, I noticed you had rings on. I thought one might have been. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. I see another group with a ring over here. We're gonna go over here. Sorry." But yeah, so some of you guys be switching up out here, man. What's up with that? Why y'all being weirdos, acting like you don't want to be friends no more? But some of y'all, hey, now some of y'all, these are my favorites. My favorites are married people who continue to be married and continue their friendships and their regularly activities with their single friends, man. Like going out to eat without your wife all the time, you know, hanging out with your girls, you know, and leaving your husband at the house to fend for himself, no matter how much you want to cook and be there with him. You know what I'm saying? Like I heard one time, it was this couple, Jackie Hill Perry and Preston Perry. Yo, there was a podcast episode and they were talking about how, so they do like some traveling. There's some Christian like poets and I guess theologians, I don't know. But yeah, super dope. They got a lot of different views on things in the world. And so one episode they were talking about marriage uh, and how it's good to be apart. And so, you know, they both travel, they speak at different places, and Preston said he was gone, or Preston was talking about how his wife, Jackie, was gone for like a week. And then when she came back, he realized, like, if she had never gone, he wouldn't be able to, like, adore and miss her as he would if she had just always been there. And he was like, yo, it was healthy for them to be apart and to not just constantly be together all the time. And so, you know, they enjoyed their, you know, days, weekends, whatever, week to go do conferences apart. Because when that builds their desire to want to be together. And it's like, yo, that's mad healthy. And I think about all these married couples that be switching up and just always together, always hanging out. It's like, oh, we got to go hang out with these people at their house. Oh, hey, I'm going to go hang out. Let's go and try and hang out with these people. Oh, hey, you want to try and hang out with them tonight? And it's just like, bro, what? Like, let Boy, go hang out with your boys. Girl, if you don't go hang out with your girls, you know what I'm saying? Like, go be with your girlfriends. Stop trying to hang out with people with your husband all the time. Stop trying to hang out with people with your wife all the time. Us single folks don't want to hang out with y'all together all the time. There's just certain things that you can't talk about with a married couple. There's certain questions you can't ask with a married couple. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's about their marriage or about something else that you can't really talk about with a married couple because you ain't gonna want to talk about it with your wife right there or your husband right there. Stop playing like you always want to hang out with them. I know you don't for a fact. And that's on mamas. You know what I'm saying? That's all mamas. But we gonna keep it copacetic. It's all peace out here. It's peace and love. I'm not saying I hate y'all. I'm just saying stop being weird. Stop being weird. Go back to normal. You know what I'm saying? And if that's you, if you're a married couple and you realize, wow, we really do, every time I go hang out with somebody, I'm bringing you. And every time you go hang out with somebody, you bringing me. Like, stop it. It's okay to stop. I'm not saying, hey, wives, go hang out with a bunch of guy friends like you used to before you got married. And it's all platonic, all platonic. I'm not saying go do that. But I'm saying you can hang out with your guy and girlfriends without your husband. Your husband doesn't have to be there. Fellas, you can hang out with your guy friends and your girlfriends at the same time without your wife sometimes. It's okay. You need time apart. You need to continue to be in relationships that don't involve your spouse. You don't bring them to work, do you? All right, then. Stop trying to bring them to every function. Stop trying to hang out with people all the time with just y'all. It's like, oh, hey, let's call up Gabe and see if he wants to come over and hang out with us married folks instead of me just hanging out with Gabe. Sorry, that sounds like I'm sending shots. I should put like shoot shot sounds in the thing. That'd be funny. I'm not sending shots. I literally just made that up. That's never happened. I've never even felt like that's happened to me in my life or my friendships. I'm just making this up. This is where my mind goes. Thoughts of a Gabe. But yeah, it's like, yo, just go back to being normal. Go back to hanging out without your spouse sometimes. Again, I'm not saying husbands go hang out with your girlfriends like you used to, those platonic relationships, like that. I'm not saying that because that could be questionable for some couples. So don't do that. Be wise with it. If they are like sisters from like middle school and y'all are still friends now as adults, that'd probably be okay. I'm sure because that's a lifelong friendship. You know what I mean? Those like college friends, that can be understanding. We be going through some stuff through college, y'all. We really be experiencing some stuff together. All the stress eatings and the naps in the library and whatnot, the cramming for, like, we really be going through stuff together. But anywho, be normal, married couples. Single folks, keep loving the married people, your married friends. I know they being weird. I know they always trying to hang out together with you. It's okay. Just keep third wheeling, but if they don't pick up on it, try and break them up. I don't know. Come up with some type of scheme. Hang out with the wife when you know the husband's going to be busy. Fellas, hang out with the husband when you know the wife is going to be busy. You know what I'm saying? Get them apart so that they can be closer together. That's the key. Be apart so that you can be closer together. Boy, that's a bar right there. Word is bond. Put that on mamas, that's a bar. I see. Man, laptop's on 8%. Probably should wrap it up. What was my last one? Oh, wow. This last one's kind of deep. I don't even know if I can't even touch this last one. So this last one, I don't even know if I want to tell y'all. So this last one is the root of fear. That's literally what the bullet point says. Root of fear. I low-key don't even remember why I wrote it, but we're going to get to that another time. Hey, y'all. It's been great. It's episode 2. We did it. I did it 2 episodes in 2 days. Try to keep it consistent. So, hey, we out here. You know what I'm saying? Stay tuned for the next one. Appreciate y'all for coming out. Peace.